Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Monday, the 13th of July, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Windies pulls off stunning win. And in our feature for this evening, up close with Kezran Keziachibal. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to build and maintain sporting facilities for recreational activities throughout the island. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back and we start with football. Long-standing coach of the Bath United Football Club, Alex Claxton, has indicated that a 5-match series between Upper and Lower Bath teams was set to commence on Sunday, 12th July at the Bath Village playing field. This follows the highly successful series between the two teams, which concluded last week Sunday at the same venue. The only difference is that the previous series was a best-of-3 matchup, while this one upcoming will be a best-of-5. Matches will be played July 12th, that's gone already, the 19th and the 26th, and August 2nd and 9th. According to Claxton, it's all a part of the practice sessions for the Bath United club as the team prepares for tournaments post the COVID-19 crisis. He has also advised players and spectators alike to observe the established protocols as indicated by the COVID-19 task force and established regulations. Meanwhile, in cricket, some really good news. West Indies went 1-0 up in England for the first time since 2000, thanks to a superb 95 from Jermaine Blackwood, which guided them to a target of 200 on the final day with 4 wickets to spare. The Seamers had set up the win with a burst of 5 wickets on the fourth evening, just as the game had started to look as though it was petering out into a draw. But it was Blackwood who dealt the killer blow with a superb knock on the final day. Coming in at 27 for free with John Campbell retired hurt soon before lunch, Blackwood made England pay for their misses. He was put down twice on 5 and on 20 and offered regular run-out chances at several points in his innings. But he batted brilliantly, pulling and cutting his way out of short ball barrage from Jofra Archer and lofting drives over extra cover as he grew in fluency. He gave away a chance for his only his second Test 100 on 95. But the returning Campbell scrambled a single into the leg side just before 6 p.m. to take the West Indies over the line. The summary scores: West Indies 318, Brathwaite 65, Dowritt 61, Anderson 3 for 62, Stokes 4 for 49, and 200 for 6, Blackwood 95, Archer 3 for 45. Beat England. England got 204 in the first, Gabriel 4 for 62, Holder 6 for 42, and 313 in the second. Sibley got a half century, Crawley got 76, and Gabriel picked up 5 for 75. West Indies winning by all of 4 wickets. We must say congratulations, and that victory tasted real good. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Wally, the Queen of the Caribbean, bathed by its crystal shores, is the Caribbean's best-kept secret. Nevis is known for its rich culture, which remains entrenched in the island's everyday life. We boast of having the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Culturama. The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36-square-mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. Colin Kezran Keziachibal is currently the only selectee in the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots lineup for 2020, who is actually from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I recently caught up with the youthful all-rounder. Let's take in this. I have the distinct privilege to have in my company Kezran or Colin Kezran Archibald. I say Kezi, and we have had some really good news for us here in Nevis who love sports and who love cricket in particular. And first of all, I must say, well, Kezi, welcome home, because I know you had to go through some difficult times to get from JA back here. So welcome home.
Well, Curtis, thanks a lot. I'm delighted to be here. Thanks for having me on this program.
Tell us about that experience, though. Getting from Jamaica to Nevis, it was kind of trying for you, isn't it?
Definitely. Well, it was seamless. It was seamless in some cases, but most of the time it was pretty rough in getting things organized in the initial stages. But after everything was organized, it was pretty much seamless.
And what about being together with the other Jamaican students, quarantined? Did you get to talk to your family members on the phone? How was it being in quarantine? Because I don't want to be in quarantine, but please tell me how was it for you?
Well, the Wi-Fi was there, and we had Wi-Fi, so that was good. So connection with family was good. The other students that were on the dorm were us division, so we had good chemistry with amongst one another.
Okay.
We helped each other. We had assignments to finish, so we did that.
Okay.
We had a little recreational time, and it was good. It wasn't terrifying as some people.
And
would
the food
expect.
was good.
Yeah, the food wasn't 100%, but we made do with what we had.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's talk about cricket, though. The great news has been received that Colin Kezran Archibald has been included into the Patriots team, St. Kitts Nevis Patriots team. Now, what's significant for me, apart from being included in the prestigious team, is that you're the only player from St. Kitts and Nevis. How does that make you feel, Kezi?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank the Patriots for giving me the opportunity to represent the franchise. Secondly, being the only person on the team from St. Kitts and Nevis, it's a lot of pressure on the shoulders. But I think I'm prepared to deal with that pressure. I hope my journey throughout the CPL is inspiration for other people to aspire to put out their best foot forward, work hard, and try to make the team next year. Because even though I might feel good that I'm on the team, it's not a good feeling to know that you're
the only.
Yeah, you want to be surrounded by some of your other nationals, you know. So hopefully my journey would be an inspiration for other people to next year eventually make the team.
But I have to commend you, because the inspirational journey started for me when you played in the Caribbean Super 50 tournament. There was an innings in St. Kitts, for instance. I think you hit some 4 sixes. We didn't get that kind of confidence, because we would have known you more as a bowler. And I know you could do some batting, but the batting that you did in the Super 50, I mean, you have upped your game. Your thoughts on that, and what has inspired you to go that journey?
Well, definitely, I've done well from under 13 days. You know me as I used to bat mostly for Nevis and number 3 and so forth. But throughout the years, being a left-arm seamer, more coaches tend to
focus on that,
put you into that direction and want you to, because you know the rarity that there is. But I think I would like to say the last 2 years, the last year and a half, I've been working a lot on my batting, a lot of my game, my holistic game. I've been doing a lot of work mostly on like expressing myself. Mentally, I've wanted to just express myself and play cricket with no regrets, you know. So that innings in St. Kitts was a demonstration of me
just being yourself,
expressing myself, you know, and I guess the results justify the deed.
In terms of a 6-hitter, though, I recently interviewed Livingston Sargent, and he was saying that hitting the ball on the ground, you know, you can't get caught. But I get the impression, Kezi, that once it's in your half, it's going to fly. Is that the mode you're going to adopt? I mean, this aggressive type of mode as a batsman?
Well, definitely. I had a conversation with my coach, Stuart Williams, and he said, I just when I start going, I just don't know when to stop. You know, I just don't know when to stop. But for me, I feel like cricket is the game that the direction that the game is heading in right now is all about entertainment, and there's no better way to entertain people than hitting sixes. You know, so I take pleasure in hitting sixes. That's it. When you hit a six, that's the most runs you're gonna get in a cricket match. Cricket is a batsman game. Whoever scores the most runs, obviously wins the match. So hitting sixes for me is a pleasure because of that mere fact.
No, coming from the other end of it now, having hit a couple fellas for 6, of course you don't want to be hit for 6. So from a bowler's perspective, what do you think would be a main weapon? Do you have the speed to torment a batsman, as they call chin music, or you prefer to swing and get the edges? What's your mode?
Well, my mood would vary on the type of pitch or the type of format that I'm playing. Obviously, I want to play all 3 formats for the West Indies and go beyond. But as a bowler, when bowling, it also depends on the situation of the game.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I don't feel like right now I'm the kind of bowler to go and blast out people, bowling out the bumpers and so forth. I mostly would want to focus on my skills, my slow balls, my Yorkers, defensive and attacking Yorkers. Right now I'm actually topping up on some of that work, bowling a lot of wide Yorkers, because when guys tend to reach the depth of the overs, they want the ball in the half, they don't want it away from them,
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of work on that aspect of my game. So hopefully you won't be seeing anybody hitting much 6s after. Yeah.
Especially in those death overs.
Exactly.
Right. Now, what does Kezi do for preparation? I know right now you're home, maybe you have some work to do from university aspect as well. But what do you do in terms of preparation, keeping fit, especially now that CPL is coming up? What time CPL starts again?
It starts the 18th.
18th of
August.
August, right. So what kind of preparation are you doing, and when will you be blending with the team and so on?
Well, I've done my gym program. Well, I'm still in the continuation phase of the gym program, but mostly.
Or they've set stuff for you to do?
Well,
you do it on your own?
I do it on my own. Yeah.
Okay.
So right now I'm kind of tapering off of the gym a little bit, going into more so strength specifics, because the tournament is coming up. But what I do is I go on the Mondo track. Sometimes I run the beep test, the OYO test. Sometimes I go to the beach, go to the steps. I try to mix and have a tedious training program so that I don't get fixed into one line of and get bored, But mostly right now I've just been preparing the best I could. Mostly skill work though.
Is anybody pushing you? Because you're home, quarantine pass, I could just relax and eat, and when they're ready they call me. But you seem motivated. Is somebody pushing you to this?
Well, definitely first and foremost, I'm motivated intrinsically, so I motivate myself, but there are also external forces. My family motivates me, my coaches, my friends, my teammates, everybody is sending their best wishes, wanting me to do well. So that in itself is a motivation, having so much people, to represent for and do well for. That's motivation.
Would you want to also say a word to a young cricketer who maybe feels that, boy, I could get by based on just my talent? It seems to me that talent alone don't get it. What would be your thoughts to a youngster?
Well, I feel like I'm a living testimony of talent alone won't get to the next level. This is actual reality. Growing up, I used to feel like I feel like I was more talented than some people, so I feel like I would have just cruised through until I realized I passed the youth stage of cricket, where you pass on the 19th stage and you're going into the senior teams now, and you realize that talent alone ain't gonna get you because everybody have talent.
True.
So I feel like as a youngster, if you are serious about playing cricket, you first must focus, because I feel like once you're focused and once you have a certain level of focus, you could achieve anything you want to achieve. Secondly, I feel like hard work is indeed necessary. I feel like you must be dedicated towards working hard. The person who works the hardest is going to be the person who gets the most results. So hard work and focus is my remedy.
I have a message, indirectly for you. It was meant for all cricketers on Nevis. Livingston Sargent, I don't know if you ever met him, but he was one of the top players from Nevis. He says if you take your game seriously, house, car, all those things just gonna come like that, but you have to put in the work. Do you agree?
Definitely, 100%. You have to put in the work and everything. It might not seem like it's happening, but one day it will just all start flowing in accordingly. So just keep on working hard, keep on putting in the effort, keep on believing in yourself. you know, with that red amount of focus, one day that reward is gonna be added onto your hard work.
Well, Casey, I must say, on behalf of Nevis, I mean, you have had the congratulations on Facebook and so on, but officially I want to say, on behalf of Nevis, we're proud of you. Basically, my advice would be, don't get distracted. Keep your eyes on the goal. I've seen too many young cricketers, Casey, too many young cricketers. They have the talent, as you mentioned, but something distracted them. Something or somebody distracted them, they lost focus, and then you don't hear much about them. And it has happened in all the islands that I have known. Cricketers who were coming through looking good, and then suddenly they just went off the radar. So I want to stay focused. Guys will be watching you on TV, because CPL will be here on TV. And every four, every wicket, every catch, every six would be lauded, you know. So we want to say all the best and keep focused, and we look forward to big things. West Indies cricket to the top level.
Definitely, Curtis. Thanks a lot for having me.
All right. Well, all the best.
Yeah.
And so we certainly want to wish Kezi all the best in his endeavors. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night. And so we certainly want to wish Kezi all the best in his endeavors. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.